Hey, I'm Suhael,
I'm Rob.
and we're the proud parents of a 13-month-old son. Um, we started with adoption initially, and then eventually looked into surrogacy. And through that process, we talked to about 4 or 5 agencies. It was pretty confusing to try and pick, and Hatch stood out. Two main reasons: their partnership with PFCLA, with Dr. Sahakian, a well-known doctor and a great clinic, and then their Peace of Mind program. So we were interested, so we talked to Greg, and that made a big difference between his approach and the great conversation we had with him, plus the Peace of Mind package. We knew Hatch was the right choice for us.
And Hatch made the egg donor process very simple. We had thousands of profiles we could look at, and we were able to find the right match. And once we flagged the donor, Hatch set up things quickly so that we could be connected to the lawyer and have what would be an overwhelming process straightforward. And we had step by step guidance and the coordinator introducing every step. It was very consistent, great trust.
Um, so one of the things that was really cool, that kind of made the process work really well, is that there was basically like a coordinator who helped you with everything. Um, every step of the way, your visits out there, the surrogates visits, the egg donors visits. There's a coordinator who took care of it and kept you informed. Obviously for your own visits, but for your egg donor, for your surrogate, you were always in the loop about what was happening. Um,
So we actually went through the surrogacy journey twice, sort of. Our first surrogate, Melissa, miscarried at 14 weeks, which was very devastating, very unexpected. We were actually on vacation at the time, and so it was a even bigger surprise across the ocean. But there was some kind of uncertainty the next couple months, not really sure exactly how the process would continue, what to do, but they talked us through that process.
um, After a couple months, they rematched us with our kind of the surrogate that we ended up working with to have our son. Her name was Shannon, and it was an amazing match. She was positive, she was reassuring. She sent us updates constantly. We got texts from her about her family, about how she was feeling from her vacations. It was great for us. She was 2,000 miles away, but we kind of felt like we were aware of what was happening all the time. And again, like the coordinators through this entire process, we had a coordinator, she had a coordinator. Everyone knew what was happening all the time with her doctor's visits, how she was feeling. It was really really seamless.
And so, one of the most reassuring parts of this was that Peace of Mind program, especially with us having that halt in our journey temporarily, knowing that we were still on track, and that while the baby wasn't guaranteed, we wouldn't have to start over completely after we experienced our loss. And so that gave us confidence to keep going. And when our son was born, the hospital was ready for us. Everything was very seamless. The birth certificate, they had a person come directly to us to make sure we had the right forms, that everything was complete, that they had all of the right information on file. We had our own room when we got there. They had everything all set up.
It was it we didn't have any idea what to expect, and when we got to the hospital they knew who we were. They Everything was, we just had to focus on watching our son be born, which was,
Amazing.
amazing. So I the process is long. There's so many questions. It's very daunting, but it takes forever and it's worth it. Hatch is You'll be in good hands with them. They are experienced. Most of the people we worked with had done this, were on the surrogate side, or had used the surrogate to start their family, and so
Or
they
been a surrogate.
they know your journey, because it's a journey that they've been on, and be in you'll be in really good hands. We couldn't have been happier working with them. So
Even months after our son was born, our coordinator Amanda was still helping fix small things, paperwork things behind the scenes at the hospital, just because sometimes there's hiccups, like they were billing the wrong insurance, stuff like that, and she was helping fix that so that we didn't have to deal with that while we were also trying to bond with our son.
We are just totally happy with our decision. We're obviously over the moon with our son, and it was a long journey, but Hatch made it possible, and we're parents.